And now it's time for Church Chat.
Welcome, friends. It's a great joy to welcome you to another edition of Church Chat. I'm joined today by Spencer Watson.
Hello, everyone.
Spencer is a senior member of the Port Hope High School class and also a recipient of the Port Hope Community Award for Outstanding Youth this year. And Spencer, we're just so proud of you and wanted to have you on Church Chat today to talk about your achievements and also to just check in with you and see how things are going. You've gotten back to school this month, and I wonder how that's going. It must be joyful, and well, we're all living in strange times. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Well, it is nice to definitely be back or be around my friends and do something new because we haven't been in school for so long. So the class I have is custom woodworking, so I'm mostly working in a shop, hands-on stuff, which is nice because I can do the same thing all day and not be stressed out about it. And just seeing my friends on the lunch break and being able to talk with them is really nice because a lot of the connection has been virtual. So seeing them in person is really nice, even though in class sometimes it's weird not being able to see their mouth or facial expressions. You kind of read their eyes. But it's been nice to go back, and I've had a good experience so far.
Oh, that's wonderful. Following the footsteps of our Lord there, custom woodworking. This is this is good stuff. They didn't have that class when I was in high school. Things might have turned out a little bit differently for me.
Oh, yeah.
And Spencer, you have decided to do an additional year at Port Hope High School. Is that right?
Yes. So this is my 5th year. So I didn't graduate last year because I took an extra spare in my grade 11 year, which held me back from graduating so that I could stay an extra year. So this year, I have a lot of more hands-on classes for experience. And I only have one academic class, or chemistry, that I would need to get into university. But it's nice just to be back, especially so I don't have to do this university thing online this year.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That was a nice confluence of events. I'm old enough that when I was in high school, we still had grade 13. And I've often thought, actually, that was a real benefit. Having that extra year means that when you go to university, you're 1 year older and hopefully 1 year wiser. I think you're plenty wise as it is, but I certainly needed that extra year to grow in that virtue. Spencer, I feel that we should talk about this wonderful award that you received as the Outstanding Youth in Port Hope. Now, you're going to be embarrassed because you're a humble guy, and I know that. But just for those who are tuning in, I want to give you a little snapshot of Spencer's CV. Spencer began his involvement in the Port Hope community at the age of 6. He's been on the honor roll and received his French language certificate every year. He competed in the Waterloo Math Contest, took first prize in the Peterborough Science Fair, is a member of the Port Hope High School badminton, soccer, swimming, basketball, and track and field teams. He was the cross-country MVP, top hurdler, and mid-distance runner, male athlete of the year, and winner of the Pamela Forward Memorial Award. Spencer has done 180 hours of community service. He's athletics minister at Port Hope High School, member of the Student Advisory Committee, link leader for the past 2 years, organizing a variety of events, volunteer with Rotary, Fall Fair, and of course, here at St. John's Church. Spencer spent 17 days in Tanzania last year on the Journey of Hope. This year, I suppose, Spencer.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
2020. It's been a long year.
Oh, it's long ago, yeah.
And when you were there, Spencer, you taught English, geography, and phys ed at 4 different schools. And we remember your wonderful efforts to raise funds. And with those funds, you built water tanks, cookhouses, and latrines at the schools, sponsored lunch programs, and provided computer equipment. And then on to the less tangible but very important personality traits. You are the kind of person who's friends with everyone, kind of person who celebrates other people's accomplishments. You demonstrate a spirit of striving and achievement. And that was all on wonderful display when you spoke so beautifully and you were so magnanimous and humble in your acceptance of this award. And can I just say on behalf of everybody at St. John's how proud we are of you. Now, in this long list of achievements, there's been a sustained involvement that you've had with St. John's Church. And I think the 180 hours of community service, are you underselling yourself there a little bit? Because I feel like I've seen you at work here at St. John's more often than that.
Yeah, I don't usually keep track very thoroughly of my hours. Every once in a while, sometimes I won't count them, but every once in a while I'll kind of go through and add up how many hours I might have, but I'm not very thorough with the counting of those. So.
Well, you've been involved in a number of initiatives here at St. John's, including starring roles in the Christmas Story, your faithful membership as an altar server here over the course of many years, your volunteering to lead vacation Bible school programs, and a variety of other activities. You've always been among our most reliable volunteers, so we thank you for that. Well, I wonder in all of, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, well, thank you. Growing up in the church environment where everybody is volunteering or everybody participates in something really gave me an example to look up to want to be like or also do things to help. So just growing up in that was a big part of that.
Well, it's the cornerstone of our ministry. And when I look over your long resume here and all of your various achievements, I wonder if there's anything that stands out above the rest, what you would have to say about that.
Well, the Africa trip was a big thing. I don't think I'll ever forget about that. That was exciting. But there's no really big thing that stands out to me. A lot of it was a little bit over a long period of time. So, for example, at St. John's Church, as an altar server, maybe once a month or twice a month, depending on how busy it was, you just put an hour and a half in, and over time it adds up, or you do little things here and there, and it adds up. So I wouldn't say there's one big thing, just a lot of little things.
Well, I think that is a wonderful summation of the Christian life itself. It's not so much about one big thing, it's about a number of small things adding up to a whole lot in the end. Well, Spencer, we're so very proud of you, and thank you for being with us today. I wanted to say two things. First of all, that we had several members of our parish who were also acknowledged at the Port Hope Civic Awards. Charlotte Grimshaw was acknowledged under the athletics category for her achievement in baton. Mary Lou Follis was acknowledged in the arts and culture category for her concert in support of the ACO, Prima Donna on a Moose. And of course, St. John's is proud of our association with the Port Hope ACO and the generosity that they've shown us over the years. So that was wonderful to see as well. And Penny Nutbrown, who was acknowledged in the community service category for an initiative that she headed up here at St. John's, the Repair Cafe that we had last January. And we certainly look forward to a time when we'll be able to have that Repair Cafe again. The next thing I wanted to say is that if you want to see all of the Civic Awards presented, we're going to put a link to that YouTube video in our description of this video so that you can take a look and you can see Spencer's acknowledgement and his response to receiving this wonderful honor. Well, Spencer, thank you very much. And we truly appreciate your being with us today. And on behalf of St. John's Church, we are so pleased that you bless us with your prayers and your presence, and that we can call you our own.
Thank you. It means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot. And we have many people in our community who, a few you just mentioned, and in our church who have also done amazing things. So it's really helpful to be able to have those people to surround yourself with too.
You're certainly in good company. Well, thank you very much, my friends, for tuning in, and we'll see you in this space again before too long. Bye-bye.
Bye.